I literally just had my eraser. I don't know where it went. Whatever. Alright, so I'm pretty much going to do my best to teach those who are new into the industry, the clockwork, and to the trucking industry. Everything you need to know about the clock. Everything that I know about the clock that I can help you. You feel me? So, boom. Where should we start at? I don't got an eraser, so I'm using my tank top. If it's ghetto, oh well. So, boom. Where I'm gonna start at. You probably heard of the term recaps before. Right? Oh, damn. Floor's still wet. Y'all can see that. Probably heard the term recaps before. I don't know how it's gonna come up. Recaps. What is recaps? Recaps is pretty much the time that you would get back from the previous week onto your current day clock. Let me slow it down for you. So, boom, right? So you got a fresh clock, meaning we all have a 70-hour cycle to work for the whole week. 70 hours, whether that's drive time, on duty time, sleeper berth, whether that's, loading, unloading, that fall on, like on duty, right? You got 70 hours for all of it throughout the whole week, right? Let me just say, make a big old calendar. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. All right. Hopefully I can see that. If not, I'll flip it. I don't know. I'm gonna work it out. You got 70 hours, right? I'm just putting that there just so y'all can see it. I'm not keeping it there. So, for example, while you're working, you burn up about, let's say, 8 hours on Sunday. You leave on a Sunday. 8 hours on Sunday. Let's say 6 hours on Monday. I'm just throwing out random times. You know what I'm saying? Probably 9. Let's say 7. And then for this day, you want extra. Let's say you burnt up 10. And let's say you burnt up 4 for 2 short days, right? Recaps. This is where the term recap actually kick in. So next week, obviously, you're not starting out with a fresh clock because you didn't get your 34-hour reset in. That's the only time you get all your 70 back. You hit a 34-hour reset, you go home for the weekend if you're not an OTR driver. You feel me? So, boom. What will happen is, the following Sunday, right, you only get your 8 hours back. Get the 8 hours back on top of you. Recap. Just imagine that. Like cap, you get your time back on top of you. Like a cap. You feel me? So boom. So you can burn up 8 hours that Sunday. Understand? I hope so. Next day. You know what I'm saying? At midnight, or however, I'm not too sure if companies are different, whether it's at midnight or not. You get 6 hours back, right? You can only use that much time. Not only if you, okay, I'm gonna get there. But next day, get 9 hours, and so on and so forth. You only get this back, so on and so forth. So pretty much you're giving yourself time back by not using the whole thing. Because you're not using your whole 14-hour day. Let me get back to the basics. Let me just break down the whole clock simple so you guys can understand it. If you guys have to, rewind it. Because I'm not editing this video that much. I'm not gonna lie to you. So boom, within the whole clock, you got about 11 hours drive time. Everybody knows this. 11-hour drive time, 14 hours on duty. Yeah, 70-hour cycle. Right? Once you start, what the hell? What the hell? Why you following me, cuz? Like, no, I ain't tell you to do that. Where that jet? You over here following me? I ain't tell you to do that, bro. So boom. 11-hour drive time, 14-hour on duty, 70-hour cycle. You know what I'm saying? All right. Yeah, I got marker all over my thumbs. You ain't following me, right? Okay, cool. I'm gonna keep my eye on you, bro. Once you start your clock for the day, this clock right here, the on-duty time, no diddy. Well, how I drew that, it kind of looked weird. Does not stop. Let me switch colors. Until once you start your clock for the day, your 14-hour clock does not stop until you shut down. So, with that being said, it doesn't hurt the 70-hour cycle. However, your 11-hour drive time, you have control over it. This can stop. However, once your 14 hours burn down and it matches up with your 11-hour cycle, then both of your times are on a ticking time bomb. It'll blow up in your face. Yeah, once your 14-hour on-duty time links up with your drive time, they both start going down at the same time, and they won't stop until you shut down. Meaning, let's say you wake up at a shipper, right? And for some, just for an example, I'm gonna get there. Say you wake up at a shipper, right? And you go on the clock for whatever reason. You get experience, you're not getting on the clock as soon as you wake up at a shipper. I'll just be 100 with you. I'm gonna let you know. Say you wake up at a shipper, right? You go on duty. And say it would take you 6 hours to get loaded. Just throwing a number out there. That's crazy. It happened to somebody out there before. 14-hour drive clock. Or not, hour workday clock. What's 14 minus 6? Hope you said 8. So now, you have an 8-hour workday. Let me erase this down there so you're not confused. So now, you got an 8-hour workday. And mind you, in this situation, you didn't even start driving to your customer yet. So now you're about to start driving. You feel me? And you only got 8 hours on your workday. So this also means you have 8 hours on your drive clock. Remember what I said? You start off with 11 hours on your drive clock. On a fresh clock. But since you was at the shipper for 6 hours, your shipper ate up all your time. So now, your workday clock is way lower than your drive clock. Your drive clock will never be above your workday clock. So it just ate it down, and now it just limited you to only driving 8 hours for that day. You only drive 8 hours for the day now, bro. I hope something's starting to click. It's really simple. You just got to get out there and learn it. You know what I'm saying? If you looking this up and you haven't even gotten to the industry yet, or you haven't even got the experience with it yet, you're already a step ahead by looking at this video. Tell me straight up. So boom. So now, so I circle back down to the recaps. Situation. Running off recaps, right? Let's say I start the day, right? Yeah, I start the day. Let's say I drove 2 hours to go to a shipper. So boom. I'm gonna put the time. I'm gonna put the clock right here. Not an actual clock. I'm gonna just write it down. So 11-hour drive, 14-hour work day, 70-hour cycle. Right? You do your little 10 minutes of pre-trip because that's mandatory. I'm pretty sure that's not just for a specific company. I'm pretty sure that's everywhere. So boom. Let's say you got 13 hours, 10 minutes. All right. So boom. 13 hours. Let me cover this down. $13, 50 minutes. 10 minutes on pre-trip. All right. That don't count to the drive time. Clearly, it's work day. It's on duty time. 10 minute pre-trip. Right. Okay. Now, you're driving 2 hours to your shipper. Right. What's 11 minus 2? 9. All right. Oops. Two-hour drive to the shipper. 9 clocks at 9. Hope y'all paying attention. You better be. Shit. All right. That also goes down on your work day because you're on duty. So now you gotta subtract 2 hours from your work day. So now you at 11 hours and 50 minutes. Them two sync up. All right. So since we're running recaps, if you're not running recaps, you don't got to do this, right? Say it take you 3 hours to get loaded at the shipper. You go off duty. You go off duty not to save your workday clock, because remember I told you earlier in the video, once you start, it don't stop till you shut down. So your workday clock is going to continue to run 3 hours. But what you're doing is you're saving your drive time. Because to get your recap time back, it really only counts as drive time or on-duty time. So, what you're doing is, it takes you 3 hours to get loaded, right? You go off duty. 11 minus 3. That's 8, right? Yeah, that's 8. Yeah, that's 8. Okay. So now you got 8 hours, 50 minutes. Oh, why am I doing black? We doing green. 8 hours, 50 minutes, right? Oh, but look. It's below the drive time. Guess what? This been matched up, or it's lower now. So now, guess what? You don't have 9 hours of drive time no more. Your shipper is starting to eat up your drive clock now. No matter what time of the day it is, it don't even matter. You feel me? Assuming that the shipper and the customers open and all that stuff, it don't even matter. But y'all see what happened. Y'all see what happened. I was off duty. For 3 hours. Clearly, I'm getting loaded at this time, even though I put off duty on my clock. When you're running recaps, you want to go off duty at any chance you can get. Save your time. When you save your time, you drive more miles. So, boom. Yeah, that happened. Now, where was I at? So, how much time did I burn up already? 3 hours, 5 hours, or not. Okay, let me start from the top. 2 hour drive to the shipper. No, top, from the top, the tippy top. You know, you follow me, right? Oh, okay. 10 minutes, all right. 2 hours, 10 minutes. 5 hours and 10 minutes. 5 hours and 10 minutes from 70 hours. What's the math in my head? I'm actually gonna do the whole equation right here. 65, 64.50. So I got 64 hours. And 50 minutes left on my cycle. Actually, no, I lied. I caught myself. Add 3 hours back to that. Because my off-duty time don't hurt my cycle. You know what I'm saying? So in all actuality, yeah, your cycle only goes for your on-duty time, your pre-trip and your drive time. 70-hour cycle only goes for your on-duty time. And typically when you're running recaps, you're only on duty for about driving, your pre-trip, post-trip, and normally that's it. You don't really gotta go on duty for anything else if you don't got to. You might want to show like a little 15 minutes here and there, you feel me? So you like, if you get pulled over by DOT and they want to pull your logs or something, you can show like, yeah, I was getting loaded here. They don't actually know, bro. You can do that. Like some people told me they recommend that I do that. I don't do that, bro. I kid you not. I've been driving for a year already. I have not gotten inspected I have not gotten inspected by a DOT officer yet, at least. I know it's coming, but it ain't happened to me. So hey, let's say they're starting to match up now. You got your load, right? Hold on. Let me write this further up here. Now I'll write it in black. Yeah, off duty for 3 hours. I'm tired. I don't know if y'all can tell. I just came back from the gym. But, yeah, let's see. All right, so you got your load. Off duty for 3 hours. At shipper. I just put the details in there so y'all don't get lost. Nah, it's really for me, so I don't get lost. So yeah, you got your load. You was off duty for 3 hours. Now you got 8 hours, pretty much 9 hours to drive. So now, let's say it's later in the day, and you don't want to shut down too late because finding parking is difficult. All right. So let's say you just drove only 4 more hours. All right. At that point, it don't even matter because these are synced up. And you can drive and work around the same time. Whether you go off duty now, this won't stop ticking. So this won't stop ticking. So now you just drive 4 hours. Let's say, 4 hours. You're gonna have 4 hours and 50 left. Back on your cycle. I mean, not back on your cycle. Off your clock. So now you got 63 on your whole cycle. 63 and 50 minutes. Pretty much 64 hours for the rest of the week. And say this was on a Monday, correct? So how much hours do we burn up, y'all? I hope he says 6. Is it 6? Yeah, 6. Yeah, I'm tripping. I don't know why I second guess myself. It's 6. So boom. We only burnt up 6 hours. Now let's say this was Thursday. Let's say this was a Thursday. Today is what, the second of January? Let's say next week Thursday, I'm gonna just go off a limb. Say next week Thursday is the 9th. I don't know if it is or not. I'm just doing 7 days ahead from now. Say it's the 9th, right? And we burnt 6 hours today? We used 6 hours today, guess what? Oh, let me put the dates up here so y'all follow me, you feel me? And it is 2025. When I'm recording this, the second day. Happy New Year. But yeah, so next week, Thursday. Let's say the 9th. Guess what? These 6 hours will be back added onto your cycle. Instead of just depleting your whole 70-hour cycle, you just keep going. You get to keep going because you keep getting time back the next week. You know what I'm saying? So like you burn 9 hours on a Monday. You know what I'm saying? Throughout the week, obviously you're burning up time the rest of the week. The next Monday, if you don't cap out and use a whole 70-hour cycle, you get those 9 hours back. That's the whole point of running recaps. So you don't got to stop moving. You can keep going. And you know what I'm saying? Keep driving. Make as much money as possible. That's the whole point. That's how people be staying on the road for about 4 months, 5 months, 6 months at a time. That's how people live on the road. Only way to get your whole 70 hours back at one time, take a 34-hour reset. Yeah, that's about it. Shoot, I hope I did my best explaining it for the first time. Teaching y'all boys for the first time. I might make another video, might not. We gonna see. Y'all let me know.